Hello, everyone. Chief Meteorologist Keith Thompson with another YouTube and Facebook Live update on a Thursday night. It's the Thursday night edition. You know, we're always happy about Thursday night because that means that we just have to get through a Friday, and we've made it to another weekend. Hope everybody's had a good week so far, and hope that you had a wonderful Thursday and that your evening is going well, too. I got 9:20 on the clock, and so I'll try to keep this one on the shorter side. You know, usually when I say that, that means it's the last thing that I'm going to do, but I'll give it a try anyway. You see what's on the agenda here on the docket? A brief warm-up is on the way. And when I say brief, I'm meaning 2 days. That's it. 2 days before we start to get chilly again. We just can't seem to break this cold spell, or cool spell anyway, that we're under, although we will. You know, indications continue to come in here from longer range models that would suggest in about another 8 to 10 days, I think that we're going to transition into a warmer pattern. I don't know. I don't know what happened to Jeopardy. I don't know. I have not been in the newsroom, so I'll have to go down and ask about it. No problem asking that question. I don't know. I'll have to ask. I tell you what I'll do. I'll ask, and I'll try to put it on my Facebook page. How's that? Try to put something there. But no, I'm not aware of anything because I haven't seen it, and I'll have to go ask. K&M, hello to you. By the way, Tyler, thanks for being here. Appreciate it. Jeanette in Coldwater. Danielle reporting in as well. Good to see you. Thanks so much. So we have a brief warm-up that's on the way. Like I said, it's only going to be about 2 days. More sunshine, though, is coming. And a nice day for mom. Looking better for Mother's Day now than it did just yesterday, when it was looking like we would see some showers on Mother's Day. Now it looks like maybe more of that on Saturday. And even then, we're not talking a whole heck of a lot here. But now it's looking like Mom's Day will be cool compared to normal, but it should be nice with some sunshine. Level Park, thanks Danielle for representing, appreciate it. Sally in the house today had a great walk, great weather as well. Awesome. Carla, hello to you in West Portage. Another chill though is on the way. Clint, hello to you in Orangeville. Good to see you. Thanks for checking in. Let's move on. Let's get going here on this one. I said I'm going to try to keep it on the shorter side. Well, that didn't work out. I was going to try to show you Coldwater, but I forgot to set it up in my computer there, my weather computer. So I apologize for that. Off to an inauspicious start. We have bus stop forecasts. Let's go there and let me squeeze this back so that we can get an better idea of the graphic there. Off to school with a few scattered clouds, around 38 to 40. So not a big frost advisory like we had yesterday, or well, last night for this morning, when it did get awfully chilly. But I wouldn't be surprised if in some low-lying rural areas that we could get some temperatures that would be frost-worthy, but I don't think that that's going to be the norm for sure. No more rain. We'll try to work on that. Well, we do have a couple of showers in the outlook here going forward. But again, just a few scattered ones tomorrow, and next week we might see one or two. But, you know, really, when we've lost the heat, think about this. When we lost the heat, all those 70s and 80s, we had 12 days in the month of April, 12 days out of 30. What I think is a 40%ish or something like that, 12 days out of 30 with 70s or 80s last month. And guess what else we had? We had a lot of rain, rainiest April, in Kalamazoo on record. And our fair share of big thunderstorms too. We lost the heat, right? When you think about that, we lost the heat. Temperatures so far this month, which we're only 7 days in, but temperatures so far this month, we had one warm day. That was Monday of this week at 77. Everything else, I mean, we had 1 day in the 60s, and then everything else has been in the 50s. So far in 7 days, right? 7 days, we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them, 5 of the 7 in the 50s, and 1 in the 60s, only 1 in the 70s. We lost the heat, and guess what else we've lost? We've lost the big, heavy rain, and we've lost the storms. And here's why. That warmer weather pattern typically rising up from the south, and typically it's more moisture that comes with it. And so the PWATS, we haven't talked about PWATS in a while, precipitable water, would be elevated, would start to elevate. A lot of moisture in the air, a lot of moisture available for rain. Haven't really had a lot of that with the colder air. However, when we talk about pattern change, pattern change means, my definition, by the way, pattern change is whenever we go from, make a significant change from one air mass, let's say, whether it be cooler or drier or, or wetter and warmer to another, in something that's going to last for a few days. I wouldn't consider, for example, tomorrow it's going to be a little warmer, Saturday will be warmer, but that's not really a pattern change. The reason is because Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, we're going to return back to the cooler air. But I will say on the longer range models, medium range models, looking at, let's say 8, 9, 10, 12 days, that is where I see a pattern change coming, warmer air. And in fact, I think it's reflected in what the Climate Prediction Center is looking at as well. I haven't looked at their 6 to 10 or 8 to 14 in a couple of days, but I know just from reading some other things that there are signals that we are going to be trending toward warmer and wetter air from the middle of the month on. So in a couple of weeks or a week and a half, and then to probably the end of the month. That pattern change might set us up for more rain and more storms. We'll have to see how that shakes out. Just something to note. Sort of a little weather nugget there to note. Jesse, hello to you in the Berg. Thanks. Oh, wow. Cool. That's very cool. Stacy, hello to you. We're going to have summer this year. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Just not in May, not in early May anyway. Shannon, not too bad outside. I hope you have a wonderful evening too. Mike, happy Thursday to you too. Thank you so much. Deb's in the house from Decatur. Always good to see you, Deb. Thanks. Leslie, hello. Ethan, hey, good to see you. Happy Friday Eve for sure. Charlotte, slight rainy tonight. Should I bring on in the geraniums? I don't think so. I think you're all right there, Charlotte. Well, I should say this. If you are, let's say, northern Barry County, maybe in Ionia County, northward, maybe. But for the most part, I think you're going to be okay. I will say this. Make a spot for the geraniums next week. I'll show you when. Coming up in just a little bit. Sherry, hello. Thanks for being here. All right, thanks for being here. Oh, wow. No, that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. Yeah, I'll post it on Facebook. I don't have a clue. But I'm sure that in the newsroom that caused a few phones to ring. So I'll try to figure out what's going on there. I'll try to put it on Facebook. Bob, hello to you in Twin Lake. Keep the rain down there. We're not going to have a lot, I don't think. Mike, thank you so much. Thank you so much for sharing me. All right, let's move on to the second part of the bus stop forecast here. Mostly cloudy. It's going to be the similar pattern that we've had for the last couple of days. Morning sunshine, some afternoon, a lot of clouds building in here. We could have an isolated shower. That temperature will be around 63 degrees. And that is going to be, if we get up to 63, even though that is still 5 degrees warmer than what is typical, 63 degrees will be, up there. I mean, it'll be the warmest day since Monday. So, we just haven't had a lot of this type of weather. But we're going to get a little bit warmer for Mother's Day weekend Saturday with a few afternoon showers possible. But then Sunday, we're going to dial it back to the chill. We're going to dial it back to the cool air with partly sunny skies. It's going to be nice, I think, at 60 degrees, but that's going to set us up for a big chill coming in here on Monday morning. All right, let's go hour by hour. We start off tonight at 11 o'clock. Notice it's going to be all quiet overnight with mainly clear skies. We start off tomorrow upper 30s to around 40. GR Ionia at 37. Look at that. Fremont. Look at Big Rapids at 35. Yeah, Joe. I don't know if you're here, but in Pearson, I think you might want to cover up those plants. Jesse, I'll have to make a note of that. I'll see. Kathy's here from Pawpaw. Vivian in Sherwood. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here. All right. By noon tomorrow, we're looking at lots of sun, and we're going to be in the upper 50s to near 60. A really nice day tomorrow. Highs in the low 60s. We're still running about 5 or 6 degrees cooler than average, but at least we'll be in the 60s. Now, Saturday morning early, we might see a few showers. Oh, I thought I'd run that all the way through Saturday afternoon. I guess I didn't do the time on that right. We do have a couple of sprinkles that we've been watching dot the map, but those are moving through. They're moving out, and coming in behind it is drier air, and that's going to be clearing out our sky for tomorrow. How about temps right now? How about 50 on the board in GR in Kalamazoo and South Haven. We have mid to upper 40s in lots of spots. Marshall already down in the mid 40s. You're there in Big Rapids, and look at Fremont. Here's a look at the 7-day forecast. I might actually make this one a shorter one, actually, after all. Saturday, again, a passing shower or two in the afternoon. Not a bad weekend at all, Jesse. In fact, Sunday looks pretty good. As you can see there, Sunday we're looking for a high of 60. And I think we'll have a fair amount of sunshine. Not a bad day to spend at tulip time, for example. A sweater, something like that, a light jacket. But you don't have to worry about being overheated, that's for sure. But the cool air that's going to be moving in here on Sunday, that's going to keep our temperature a little cooler on Sunday compared to Saturday, will combine with a light breeze and a clear sky to give us that very chilly morning. So next Monday morning, I'm telling you right now, think about it, but you'll probably be bringing those plants in again next Monday morning and maybe even Tuesday morning, as I'm highlighting those two as our next opportunities for seeing some frost. But after that, I think we're going to start to see a bit of a warming trend. It's going to take a little while, but by a week from today, this is Thursday, a week from today, and certainly a week from tomorrow, we're going to start into a warming trend. And I think that's going to signify a pattern change that will take us into some warmer air, likely some wetter air, which means we'll probably come back with some showers and maybe even reintroduce the possibility of thunderstorms. It doesn't mean that we have to have flooding rains like we had in April or severe weather, but it will reintroduce that opportunity. Shaw, I don't think so for tonight. That's right, Mike. This is the last weekend coming up for the Tulip Festival for Tulip Time. Got to get out there. Richard, hello to you in BC. Lily, also in BC. Oh, yeah. Well, I sort of am. Getting ready for a run up in Traverse City, but that's still 2 weeks away from Saturday. Yeah. It is going to be a little bit warmer for the first part of the weekend, and then we're going to cool off, it looks like, for early next week. David, Tuesday, severe weather. I have to say, I don't really think so. No, I don't think so. Just some showers. It's not even indicated here really that we'll see thunderstorms, so I don't think so. Just some rain showers. And as long as we stay on the cooler side of things, again, that really sort of mitigates the opportunity for seeing severe weather. It doesn't always do that. But I will say it's not coincidence that, we've dropped our warmer pattern that we had in April. Think of this. Of course, we know, as I said, April broke a record for rainfall in Kalamazoo, a record that had stood for 79 years. And it just didn't break it by a tenth of an inch. It smashed it, I believe, by more than half an inch, maybe up to 3/4 an inch. I'll have to go look at that. But that also coincided with 40% of the days in the 70s and 80s at a time when we should have been in the 50s to low 60s. So we lost the heat for the first week of May. And guess what else we've lost? Again, we've lost the heavy rain. We've lost the thunderstorms. So when they come back, when the warm air starts to come back in here, of course, it'll be more seasonable. When it gets here mid to late May, when we're talking about 70s, it's not really sort of out of whack, if you will. This is sort of the march of the seasons, as they call it. The further we get into May, the longer the days, the more direct the sunlight. So yeah, everything is warming up. Sue, good evening to you too. Thanks so much. Richard, next Saturday, if you're talking about this coming Saturday, mix of sun and clouds, a passing shower, 66. Beyond that, I don't like to go out that far, but I'll tell you right now what we're looking at. It would be mostly sunny and pretty nice, maybe with a high around 70. But like I said, that would be 8-9 days out? Stay with me, and we'll get there together. Herbert, hello to you. Weather in Kentucky, so much better. I hear you there. I bet it is. And hello to the Bluegrass State, by the way. Thanks for being here. There you go, David. I hope I answered that about next Saturday. All right, everybody, I'm going to skate on out of here. I got 9:35 on the clock. That means 25 minutes. I'll be live on ArcWest Michigan. An hour 25, I'll be live on the Mothership News Channel 3. Hope I can see you there. If not, don't forget I'm on Facebook, WWMT's Keith Thompson, Instagram, Threads, X, and YouTube at the @ symbol, Weatherman Keith, all lowercase, all one word, Weatherman Keith. Jeff Porter here in the morning, 4:30 to 9 a.m. with Must See TV. He's got you again at noon. I'll pick you up at 5, 5:30, and 6. We'll do another Facebook Live tomorrow night. Hey, we made it to Friday. That should bring a big old toothy grin to your face. Thanks, Lily, for that. I appreciate it. Oh, boy, Richard, we got to have some good weather. You got to let us know. Remind me, and next week, and we'll talk about that. So thanks so much for letting me know that, Richard. That is awesome. Proud daddy mama for you, for sure, I'm sure. All right, everybody, let's make it a great night tonight. Get some good rest. Let's hit it hard tomorrow. Let's end the week on a happy note. And then we'll be set for the weekend. Thanks again, everybody, for being here, and I'll talk to you again tomorrow.